This is Formula 1 2024, also known as F1 24. We're here on Xbox Series X, and this is provided by the EA Content Creators Group. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well.
We're also going to work on dividing up what the order is. We'll be back in touch with you shortly. Just stand by.
Good luck with that race control.
Okay, so now they've got to work out what the order is. And now, yeah, this is time for me to get my regulations out.
Working under the red flag.
Are they allowed to work on the car under the red
out of the car.
So
Pascal Verlaine's out of the
look.
car. You have a look at that. Yeah, he's just sort of trying to keep his focus. Oliver Rowland getting out of the car as well. Job well done so far.
I feel bad now because I walked, as I came off the grid, I saw Scott Elkins.
What did you say, Jack?
I said to him, "You're not expecting a busy one today, are you?"
Oh, Jack.
He said,
the
"No."
commentator's
He said,
curse
"No,
to
not
race
really."
control.
I said, "There's no walls to hit." You know, he said maybe at turn one people might run on wide a bit, and then
Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Nicholls has done the commentator's curse to race control. This is a first.
The race director, no less.
Well done, Jack.
Oh well, he loves Mexico City. Does Scott Elkins?
I love it too.
Listen, the fans, what's not to love?
Well, they've turned out by the tens of thousands here in Mexico City, and they really deserve a race. So I hope this red flag won't last too long.
Lucas Degrassi's still in his car. Pretty hot out there. I do want to get out.
So
Luca Massa didn't have a
Buemi.
great lap. The first couple of laps
he
ended
dropped
up
down to 6th.
Yeah.
Ambrosio's up to 9th, having started in 18th.
Well, he did a good job and then got through the PK incident as well, the PK Verne incident.
Well, this may all change too. As Scott Elkins said, we have to determine the running order.
Depends as well if they can fix this Diaz de Cheetah car, whether there is a penalty to be served by anybody. I don't see it.
Verne, amazingly actually, is only in 10th.
Well, the yellow.
Because everybody got a full course yellow, so you can
slows
limp
down.
round.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're at 50 kilometers an hour pace car speed and pit lane speed, so you can drive with a flat tire. Luckily, the tire did not come off the rim and rip the rest of that bodywork to pieces. You got to take a hat off to Michelin there and say, well done, good job, because the carcass has stayed intact. Which is not the case with some other manufacturers. Well, a lot of examining of cars to see what damage can be fixed, and what if there's anything you need to hide from the officials maybe, and what stuff is going to affect the performance of the car. There's quite a few involved. Oh, Jack has got the rule book out, everybody.
Article 40.4, whilst the race is suspended, B, cars may be worked on once they have stopped in the fast lane, but any such work must not impede the resumption of the race. So they can crack on and fix the car. Well, there we go.
You got to be a fan to bring your tuba to the racetrack.
So
there was literally somebody with a tuba, Jack. Jack wasn't watching the screen.
I believe you. I didn't think Bob had just said that randomly.
No, it's not often you see a sousaphone in a
Eccentric
grandstand.
Bob Varsha.
Yeah. So yes, a lot of you asking using the hashtag Mexico City E3 why the clock's still running. The clock will continue to run, but then when the race restarts, they may reset it and change it and decide how long is remaining. And there'll be a 10-minute warning before the race restarts as well. And as I say, the teams can work on their cars.
Look at Antonio Felix da Costa. He's just trying to keep his focus. Just trying to think about
Here's Jose Maria Lopez and Robin Freitz. This was Freitz going up the inside.
Yeah,
this
Robin was all the way alongside.
And Lopez just turned into him.
Right, that's just misjudgment of the length of the nose of the car. There was nothing, again, nothing malicious. He just made a misjudgment, tried to turn in to get back in line as soon as possible. But just a slight mistake.
I wonder what caused Felipe Nauza to spin as well in this stadium section.
Yeah,
that's another.
That was the next sort of 2 corners, wasn't it, that occurred? Well, we thought it was going to be kind of tame. Hasn't lived up to that billing so far. It's been absolutely mad.
People are giving your tuba quote the quote of the season so far. And no, the quote of the season already, to be precise. So that's it.
I appreciate that.
There is Felipe Massa, who started 3rd, dropped to 6th.
Looks concerned.
Looks a bit frustrated, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. probably wondering, what did that Roland guy do? How did he get up there? There he is.
Roland and
Sebastian Buemi on the right, Season 2 champion.
They both made up 2 places at the start.
Great start. It wasn't the start itself, it was the braking point into turn 1. Yeah. He took the... he saw everybody else brake and thought, I'll have a bit of that, move to the right. And it narrows down in a hurry at the apex of 1, but he was confident with it. They're having a good time.
Tens of thousands here, as Bob alluded to earlier. 30,000 in the Foro Sol baseball stadium area alone.
That's a bigger crowd than last year, no question.
I believe it's up 20% on last year.
Yeah.
Which is great news.
And that's without a Mexican driver or even a North American driver. No Canadians, no USA residents or citizens, and no Mexicans.
We need to fix that.
There's the Costa
Yes,
then.
indeed.
Here we go. Felipe Nasr coming through. Now he's going to be about 11th or 12th at this point, so keep an eye out. I think that's him. No, that's not him. That's him there coming in. Oh, he gets out wide. Does he get a little tap?
Yes, he does.
A little.
Neo.
I think that'll be Turvey.
Turvey, yeah.
Yep.
Turned in.
Took no nonsense, didn't even lift.
Turny Turvey.
Just watch coming into screen. No.
There he is.
Back of the net.
There was no even attempt. That was very aggressive from Oliver Turvey.
Yeah.
Bit of a nudge.
There was
Going.
Wow. So that was what happened to Felipe Nasr.
Let's get more on what happened to Nelson Piquet now. Nicky is with the team principal at Panasonic Jaguar, James Barkley.
So James, that was a big shunt there for Nelson Piquet Jr. Talk us through what happens. First of all, actually, is he all right? Have you heard from him?
Yeah, he came on the radio quite quick early on to say he was all right. Obviously a massive incident, so it looks like the car's held up well, and we're just pleased he's okay. A lucky one, he got away with that.
I mean, from your perspective, I know you haven't had the chance to actually properly catch up with him yet. What do you think happened?
I need to properly look back through the data, but I think it looked like Nelson was committed to go up the inside. Jed was closing the door and looked like he braked early because he was on quite, he's on the inside line, so he had a lot more of an acute angle, and the speed Nelson was carrying, he couldn't get out of the way. So I need to properly look at it, and we'll make a judgment call from there. But the main thing is he's okay.
Visually, of course, it's always so difficult being in these single-seaters. You don't get a very good view of what's going on in front of you. But this is a very unusual sight to see all the cars lined up here in the paddock. What can you actually use this time for? What are the engineers and mechanics doing at the moment?
Yeah, so if you maybe had a lot of tyre wear on the set of tyres you have an opportunity to make some change on tyres. You can work on the car until 3 minutes until the restart. So it enables you, if you felt you had a bit of a compromised kind of setup, to make some changes now. So get out of jail for some people maybe, and also with the clock still ticking down, it just makes it even more of a flat-out race to the finish.
Yeah, absolutely. So what changes are you guys making to the car?
Yeah, Mitch had a good start. I mean, up to P11 now, so he's had a great opening few laps. Main thing is just getting him settled. We can take a little bit of learning from those first couple of laps, and we had quite an aggressive strategy, and hopefully we can see where we can get to at the end of the race.
Excellent. Well, hopefully you can carry on fighting, and all the best to Nelson. Thanks very much, James.
Good to hear from James Barkley there. And to clarify, you can't charge your car while it's in the fast lane. You can't bring out a little battery and give it some extra juice. So you can work on it, but you can't actually charge it.
Did Vern lift? I don't think he braked, but did he lift a little early? It almost looks like he lifted.
So he lifts and coasts a little?
Comes in here. Yeah, it was... I think it's almost too early to be braking.
Yeah.
If it is, it's... Maybe, as James says, the acute angle, he braked a little earlier, but it certainly caught Nelson by surprise.
And look at the sheer ferocity of that accident. That's all energy being dissipated from the car. As to what James Barkley had to say about the safety of these cars, I mean, that is phenomenal. That was a huge wreck. Massive energy being dissipated. And yet Nelson Piquet Jr. walks away.
Yeah, absolutely, Bob. The more bits you see sort of coming off,
also I feel
it's a good sign. It's when it's almost like a solid car going into solid wall. That's never good. The driver is the one who takes the brunt of the energy.
Vern, I imagine, might argue that he left a car's width on the inside.
He did.
Look, there is room there for a car, but, you know, so it was just a misjudgment all around, really.
I don't think Nelson expected it to lift off or to brake. That's what it looks like. And crikey.
Sam Hall using the hashtag Mexico City Ypres. It's a sousaphone, not a tuba.
It is.
Apparently.
I corrected that. I guess I didn't say it loudly enough.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my apologies.
No, that's
my
all right.
apologies. Let's go see the musical talents of the drivers Nicky has.
Andre Lotterer, let's have a quick chat. I mean, you're lining up the cars here is wonderful for all our VIPs of the Emotion Club to see. Not so good for you. How does it affect your mentality when the race is disrupted like this?
It's okay. It's part of the game. Obviously, it had to be interrupted. There was quite a lot of debris on the track, and yeah, it was quite a strong incident. So yeah, it's just get back in it and go for it.
How did the start of the race go for you?
Yeah, it's messy, you know. At the beginning, when you're in the pack, get hit in the back, you hit in the front. So it's tricky when the speed goes really low. So, but then after it was all right, finding a rhythm, and then the incident happened. So let's see where I start again.
All right, thanks very much. Now, see if we can grab a quick word with the team principal of Venturi, Susie Wolf, and also driver Edo Mortara. Hi guys, how are you? Not expecting this one, were we?
No, that was a pretty exciting start. The first lap, everything looked to be quite in control, but then obviously we hope that everything's okay with Nelson Piquet.
Absolutely. Well, I think we've had good news. He is all right. He might not be back in this race, though. Tell us, what's the strategy now going to be for the remaining time left in the race?
Yeah, I mean, don't know really where we are starting actually now, but it seems that it's going to start again. Less time. A lot of energy, so everybody will go flat out. So I'm sure it's going to be an interesting race.
How does the fact that if you have a lot of energy means you can go flat out affect the opportunities for overtaking?
It increases the chance that you have like people doing mistakes more. Overtakes, I don't know. We will see. I mean, obviously, as you could see, you know, at the beginning of the races, you had some quite optimistic guys. So let's see.
All right, thanks very much, Edo Mortara there. Hoping to get back in the race car very soon.
A look down from Foro Sol as we await the restart of the race. The clock is ticking now past 23 minutes remaining in the race, and we'll see how the stewards decide to readjust the remaining time in the race before we go again.
And here's a look at the total overtakes so far. 57, apparently, in 2 laps.
Now we have
which doesn't include people out of the race, supposedly. So
we haven't seen notice that the race is about to start. That 10 minutes that you talked about earlier, Jack.
Yeah, I was about to say, D'Ambrosio's made up 7 places, Evans 6, Bird 6. Race will restart at 16:34:30. So they have had the 10-minute warning. It's just come through to the timing screens now. So that is in 8 minutes' time. The race will begin again behind the safety car, I imagine.
Behind, yes. Attack mode's going to have a bigger presence in the race because in the previous races that they've been energy limited. They haven't been able to use the attack mode to its maximum. Today, energy is not an issue.
Yeah.
They're going to be hitting attack mode, getting that extra 25 kilowatts for 2 times 4 minutes, and they're going to be blasting and trying to make overtaking maneuvers.
3 drivers are also under investigation for overtaking under the full course yellow. Lotterer, D'Ambrosio, and Mortara.
So this is looking back from pole sitter Pascal Wehrlein.
This should be good. Look, as Jack said earlier, for the third car in line now. Just moves to the right. Oh, he almost hit the inside wall and turn out to avoid it. That was a textbook move.
Wow, look at Wehrlein's scoot.
It's gone. And watch to the right of Lucas Di Grassi that we're riding on with. Made a good start. And he's looking quite good. He's thinking about, okay, what do I do here? And here comes a rookie.
Wow.
Just great. Great for us to watch, not so good for Lucas. He's thinking, I can't believe it, but just got suckered into that move.
It's almost like he was too busy watching Wehrlein and trying to figure out how to best get around Wehrlein. He's going to run up to turn 3.
Job.
This is on board with Massa.
Good start from Felipe as well. Very even start from everybody. You see his nemesis coming down. Can't even see him, blocked by that huge diffuser. And on the inside is the
that's
Buemi
Buemi.
of Buemi, yeah.
I noticed that from the overhead shot. Roland got through, and if Roland hadn't gone through, Buemi was poised to do the same thing, but his teammate pulled out in front of him.
Oh, Massa just flirting with the wall in the entry to the chicane.
Now that's where he lost some positions.
It's on board with Vet. Good reaction. It's got Sims on the left-hand side.
Watch how Roland up ahead mixes things up a little bit. Now can Vern take advantage? Nah, not really. Oh, he got squeezed. Da Costa squeezed his teammate. Not on purpose. Again, everybody's just looking for a clean bit of track and not to crash into each other at this point.
And that was good from Da Costa around the outside there of Massa, and that was a bit brutal from Sims, wasn't it?
Bit of a corner cut, possibly.
Lotterer, D'Ambrosio and Mortara are under investigation for overtaking under full course yellow, which was the chaos we saw
Nelson
before.
Piquet's reaction time was fabulous. Look at, great starting and round the outside. Watch for the grass. Nelson actually got held up, didn't he, by Sims? It was otherwise a great reaction time. Good thinking round the outside. Lots of smoke ahead. And then Nelson got into an incident yesterday, right there with Daniel Abt in shakedown, which we've never really seen before, but they were sort of having a little rub.
He did well there, Piquet, at the chicane. Really positioned himself well to gain some places. This is on board with Oliver Turvey. Oh, the Dragons came steaming in, didn't they? That was Nazar on the inside with a massive lockup.
Wait for it.
And then Turvey goes over the chicane here, doesn't bother with the racetrack.
Comes Frains.
It's Frains, yeah.
Another little snap of a lockup here, and then in a minute he's going to give the. Oh, hang on. So, it was the. Was it the next lap that he hit the Dragon?
Yes. Yeah. There you go. That's what the front of a Dragon looks like.
Oh. Bump.
Needs a nose job.
It's fantastic. Obviously, the races are usually so frantic. We don't actually get time to watch these. This is fantastic. On with Sam Bird.
Look at all the cars in front of Sam, right at the back of the grid.
He was. I think he made up 2 places at the start here. Well, what was going on with that Jaguar? Is that Mitch Evans?
That was Mitchell, yeah. Sam's just thinking, okay, which way, looking for the gap. There wasn't one. He sees an opportunity now to pass Daniel Abt. And now he's really boxed in, though. He's going to have to. There's nowhere to go. Bit of contact. That is very frustrating for a driver. The road in front is blocked.
It's on board with Jose Maria Lopez. Oh, here we go. So he got a good start, but he and his teammate Nazar, who will be the white car on the right, they are just going to chuck it into the first corner. Whoa!
Yeah, they chucked it into the car in front, one of the Neos. It was actually the car in front, was that one of the Neos that went on the grass first?
Yeah.
All that grass and dirt, the driver behind would have got that inside the helmet, up under their chin. And probably trying to blink the grit out of their eye as we speak.
Yeah, he just plows into the wall, and the rear wheels were still going.
That's bizarre. You saw that his head go forward as well. It's a really nasty, call it accident. With the grassy, you see Mortar there's black lines, so he did lock up one of the.
But I think that might have just been the front 2, because now this is on board with Felipe Massa getting involved at the start. 3 wide.
Oh, lovely move, Felipe. Fantastic.
Nicely done. So Massa now up into 10th position. Also need to get a replay of the start, because there's definitely a jump start in there somewhere. Da Costa leading, Buemi 2nd, Lopez 3rd, Vern 4th, Van Dorn in 5th. Then there's a bit of a queue forming behind the red and white Mahindra of Jerome D'Ambrosio for 7th place. Lucas de Grassi in that white and red Audi is trying to make moves as well, as Andre Lotterer has just set the fastest lap of the race so far.
And for those of you that have watched Formula E in the past, as we see, was that one of the Nissans?
That's Mortara, I think, getting out of the way,
in the Venturi,
isn't it?
Yeah.
In the Venturi.
As those of you that have watched Formula E before, you'll see a lot less power saving, a lot of energy saving, should I say, in this race with this Generation 2 car. The guys said we can attack a lot harder. And here we're on board with Lucas Di Grassi, who had a fantastic end to last season and finished right up there in the championship, helping Audi to win the team's championship through turn 14.
Oliver Rowland in front of him tried to look to the inside to pass Rosenqvist, but compromised his own run, and now he's going to be under pressure from Di Grassi. Onto the brakes into this long right-hander that becomes turn 17.
Would you choose this time to go into the attack zone, the activation zone? No, well, he didn't do it.
No, he didn't this time around.
But it's smoke in turn 18. Somebody's locked up in a major way going in there.
And Nelson Piquet goes up the inside of Gary Paffett. So Nelson Piquet in the Jaguar going up the inside of the annoyingly similarly liveried HWA. So that is now 12th position for Nelson Piquet.
Gary Paffett said to me the thing he's really struggling with is the confidence on the brakes. Really finding that difficult.
Jerome D'Ambrosio has just gone past Stoffel Van Dorn. So D'Ambrosio up into 6th position. The attack mode zone activation is open now. It wasn't before. That's why no one used it.
That's right. You have to go to 3 laps before you can arm it.
Yeah.
The drivers at this point are just starting to understand the track and really where it goes, because this morning was just survival and now they're starting to get where they can gain some time, where they can make some overtaking maneuvers and where the limit is. So have to be very careful not to step over that limit, because as you see, the walls are very, very close.
So Antonio Felix da Costa leading the way at the moment. This is the black and gold
Vern looks like he's setting up here, Jack.
We were following, and he is right up behind Jose Maria Lopez in their battle over 3rd position.
Right at the crest of the hill on the far left of the track, there's some bodywork.
There goes Vern up the inside of Lopez, not quite close enough, but yeah, there's some yellow flags coming up the hill, so I don't know if that means you're not able to overtake up there.
No, you can't right now because there's bodywork on the left side. Yeah, you would definitely not.
So I don't know how long that's going to stay out for, because if the yellow flag's on the straight the whole time, that's not going to be ideal. 39 minutes plus 1 lap to go. Rosenqvist got past Gary Paffett then, so Paffett starting to slide down the order just a little bit. And this is all the sort of mid-pack racing at the moment. Buemi's only 0.7 of a second away from Da Costa. There's a late lunge. Oh, I thought Di Grassi was going for it there on Oliver Rowland in their battle over 15th place.
This is where the experience of guys like Di Grassi will tell, just understanding the race and the tyres and doing all this for the first time. It's been such a crazy day as well. I think everybody's going to feel just a little bit out of sorts. And probably till about halfway in the point in the race just settling down, although Antonio Felix da Costa doesn't look like he's too worried at the moment.
Rowland now is right on the back of Gary Paffett, so that's the big battle just coming through turn 14. These are the cars in front, Piquet and Rosenqvist. Piquet in the blue and grey Jaguar up in front of the white and red Mahindra. That's a bit of a bold one, isn't it, from Rowland? Has he pulled that off? Well, we're now looking at Felipe Massa in 10th place, but did he manage to pull that off? Let's keep an eye on. No, Rowland is still behind.
There's a huge bump right.
Oh, there goes Rowland up the inside of Paffett now into turn 18, and he manages to make the move.
You can see Gary's just not confident on the brakes, and he's got Lucas Di Grassi behind now. One of the guys who really is confident on the brakes. Bit of defending from Gary Paffett, the second car in line. And you'll see, I would imagine, Lucas making a move into turn 1 if he got a good enough run out of the corner. No, not quite close enough.
Vern Lotterer are both past Lopez. So Jose Maria Lopez on that last lap lost 2 places and has dropped out of the podium position. So he's down from 3rd to 5th. So Jose Maria Lopez up at the front of the order, dropping down. There are the 2 DS Techeetahs, and they are in front of that silver and black dragon car of Jose Maria Lopez. And the Techeetahs actually looking quick, in particular Andre Lotterer in the second of the 2. Looks like he wants to get past Jean-Eric Verne.
And there's no team orders with these guys. We saw it last year in Chile. They absolutely attack each other, and he's close enough to make a move into 16.
Verne's covering the inside line. Yeah, surely they're not going to start fighting each other like they did in Chile of last season.
I really hope they do.
It looks as though they are,
that
to be honest.
Something.
37 minutes plus a lap left.
Strategy, so stable from Jen.
Can't quite hear Lotterer's radio there.
Bravo, Quebec 6, Fox.
Well, now we're talking in code.
Yeah,
Bravo, Quebec 6, is that what he said?
Yeah, it sounded like it. This is on board with Lucas Di Grassi. Is this him going past Gary Paffett now? coming into the... Oh, is it giving Gary Paffett a little bit of a nudge coming through turn 21?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the new Gen 2 diffuser. Very close-up look of it. That's one of the things, as low as the guys sit in the car and as long as the nose of the car is, they can't actually see anywhere close to it. So a lot of that's sort of just feeling things out. And as they get more experience with the car, they'll be able to get even closer than that, if that's possible.
So here they come. Da Costa in the lead, Buemi in second. Those two now separated by 1.3 seconds. And Jean-Eric Verne is third, 1.8 seconds further back. Jerome D'Ambrosio has just done the fastest middle sector of anyone. And Lotterer now all of a sudden is under attack, so where he was on a charge before, he's now got Jose Maria Lopez looking to the inside line. He's going to force his way through there, Lopez. Oh, Lotterer turns in. That was some bold defensive movement there from Lotterer, and this is going to cost him time.
We've seen that before. Andrew's very robust in his defending, and he does not give places up easily.
Nor does Lopez.
Nor does Lopez, exactly right. We see Jerome D'Ambrosio and the Mahindra third in line. He's going to want to really do a tough couple of seasons. He's in a car now he thinks he can win races with.
35 minutes plus a lap to go. Oliver Turvey and Tom Dillman for the Neo team have used their attack mode down in 20th and 21st places, so they've got nothing really to lose because they're down at the back of the order.
Now, just to give you a little driver psychology here.
Yeah.
What you're having is Lopez in front in the Dragon car was teammate to Jerome D'Ambrosio last year. He's going to want nothing more than to put one over on his teammate in his old team. And he's about probably to do it as he comes out of turn 17 up the hill into 18.
So there you can see Turvey and Dillman, 20th and 21st, they have activated their attack mode. So that is what they have done there. No one at the front doing it just yet. We're seeing if anyone pulls through into that zone on the left-hand side, but still, they're all happy to continue how they are at the moment.
It'd be interesting to see the difference it makes in terms of actual lap time. You've got to be close enough to the car in front to use it. That's going to be the trick, to make some passes, to make some time up.
34 minutes plus a lap to go. Da Costa leading the way, 1.6 seconds clear of the rest of the field. Turvey's used his attack mode.
Up so many places since the early part. He started last, to remind you, because he didn't get the car to qualify because it just didn't run. So down the outside into turn 4. Look how many places he came. Sorry, turn 7. Turn 7, yeah. And then coming through turn 8. Yeah, but that was lovely.
Yeah, great opportunity to go around the outside. Everyone is focused on defending on the inside, and sometimes there's just a path and you go for the gap.